Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is your girl, Miss Capella. How are you guys doing? It's been a while and we are back. And this time around we are back for good. So invite your friends, neighbors, enemies, exes, just invite them to come learn. So today I thought about few things and I wrote down some vital points, things that you should implement in your relationship that would help you stay connected with that man or that lady that you intend to spend the rest of your life with. Even if you're married, this is a very vital role to play, to implement in that marriage so that you guys don't have issues. Okay, all right, so get your pen ready to get down these points. It is called relationship boundaries. I would say that again, relationship boundaries. The act of being ourselves while staying connected. A lot of people dive into relationships, but they are not themselves. They are not real with themselves. There are certain things they don't like, but they don't know how to pass it on to you because they don't want to hurt your feelings. But I want you to understand that it is very important to create these relationship boundaries. Remember, creating a healthy boundaries is easier said than done. I didn't say you should just create any boundaries. I don't want rules flying up and down, do's and don'ts flying up and down. No, create a healthy one that will benefit both partners, because right now it's not just about you, it's about you and your lover. Now listen to me, it is very, very important to talk about boundaries in relationships so you can be clear about what would make you or what would make each other feel, unsafe, disrespected, or disinterested, anything that you don't like. It is very, very good to talk about this boundaries so that your partners will understand that when I do certain things, I'm overstepping my boundaries. These are the things that turn my partners off. I don't want to get to that limit where I'm going to be stepping on my partner's toes, okay? So you got to tread with caution. You have to be very careful. But it starts with what? Communication. It is very, very important to talk about those things that you do not like. Those boundaries, set them so that your partners don't go around doing the other way. You understand? Like for me, I don't like it when people scream outside. There are things that you should, when people are around us, there are ways that we should handle our disputes without the next person getting to know what is wrong with us. I don't like loud people. So, there are things that I should tell you so that you don't be loud and say, be behaving anyhow outside. And I'm like, that's not what I really like, but I just have to play along. And every time it's hurting, but I don't want to displease you, so I just dance to your tune. No, before you set into anything, always set these priorities. Make sure they are discussed, well deliberated on, so that this person will have an understanding of who you are. Like me, little things get to me. Words that you say are very powerful. That's why I do not just say anything. I make sure I put my words in gear before I activate them, because what I don't like, I would not welcome. So it's very, very vital to create this relationship boundaries. Okay, having boundaries mean honoring ourselves as a separate individual. Remember, we're both raised from two different families, two different backgrounds. So there's a way and manner that you were taught. There are ways you handle issues that I cannot. There are things that turn you off, but they turn me on. So we need to really discuss all of these things. So having boundaries mean honoring ourselves as a separate individual with needs and wants that often differs from others. Like I said, without healthy boundaries, we allow others to override our feelings. This is what I'm trying to let you know. If you don't let this person know that this is what I don't like, they override your feelings. They step on your toes, and not just your feelings, they override our feelings and desires. We may get, you understand? Now listen, we may get eaten alive by people who are very clear about what they want. So the essence of boundaries is differentiating what we want and what others want from us. This is the sole essence. Now, in a nutshell, what I'm trying to say is always ask your partner. Ask them things like, is there anything I would do to you that would make you leave me, that would make you end this relationship? Is there anything at all that you think if I do, I have gone beyond borders? You're not going to take me back? What are those things? This must be a very hard question to answer, Because you know, a lot of people tend to say nothing, because one, they say love overshadows all sins. But it's not in all cases. There are things that you just do, and the partner will be like, that's it, that is it, I am not moving from this place, I am done with this person. So this must be a very, 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 very difficult question to answer, as many of us don't have experience checking in our boundaries until we are already upset that one has crossed the line. Listen, if you don't answer, if you don't ask, these people have the tendency to unknowingly cross the line, and that time it is already too late because you're already upset. So it is very vital that you get to discuss things before you talk, before you even venture into this thing called relationship. Learn to talk about your likes and dislikes. Create this relationship boundary. Say, this is it. Now, I am not talking to folks who would deliberately create unnecessary boundaries, like, don't come to my, some people say, I like my space. Don't come to my house if you don't call me. And from 6 o'clock, I don't take calls from whoever. I don't even take from my mother and my father, just so they can make themselves feel happy. These ones are unnecessary. They are uncalled for. The reason why you don't want her to show off without calling you is because there is something hidden under the cupboard. So let's just be real to ourselves, because you wouldn't want her to bump into actions that her reactions would not be funny. You understand? So if your cupboard is clean, why wouldn't your partner come in and see you when they want to, when they feel the need? So you say, don't come near me, these are my boundaries. There are certain things you shouldn't do when I'm around. When my friends are around, don't talk when I'm talking. Only talk when you're permitted to talk. This one is a bully. That is no longer a relationship. So you have to listen, let's just cut to the chase. There's a difference between a cheating partner, a motherfucker who wants to ruin your life, oppress your life, who wants to be a bully, who wants to control your life. That is not a relationship. That one is an oppressor. That one is full of himself. I hate it when anybody wears pride as clothes. I don't like it. So this is not the kind of boundaries that you should set. Young man, young woman, when you say, honey, I don't take calls from 8 o'clock, there's something you're not telling the person. There is something you need to really tell us. So let's just cut to the chase and tell ourselves the exact truth. Creating a healthy boundaries mean things that will benefit both partners. Honey, when you scream outside, I do not like it. Honey, when you do certain things like this, I do not like it. Honey, I don't like salt in my soup. There are things that you just can discuss that is both benefit. It is beneficial to both parties, and it's not just selfish. Remember, creating a healthy boundary does not make you a selfish person. So do not be selfish while creating this boundary. Make sure it is healthy. Make sure it is beneficial. Make sure it is for the growth of your partner. I love you. God bless you. Make sure you share this video to inspire others. Kisses.